This is Charleston's retirement coach, Brandon Bowen.
All right, so it's the final days, the final days, the run around the crunch time. I've been fussing at my family and my husband and basically anybody that I'm related to. I'm like, you people buy everything that you want all year long. Give me no ideas for Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing with the Christmas shopping thing? Have you gotten everything checked off for the fiance, the daughters?
Okay, so yeah, because a lot of times I've been a procrastinator, shocking. But so I just decided finally, like, I'm just going to get it done back on, what was it, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that stuff. I was like, bam, bam, bam. Just getting it all done, shopping.
Being proactive. Yes. Okay.
It's been so good knowing that I've got everything. Everybody's good. I bought all their presents here. So I'm just kind of like going slow. And if I see something else and just kind of filling in any last minute.
I love this for you.
Yeah.
This is a whole new Brandon Bowen, everybody.
Do not procrastinate. It's just so much better that way.
The things that we tell ourselves every single year. This is the year I won't procrastinate. You actually did it. You actually came through on your own self.
I finally did.
Congratulations, sir. My problem is not that I want to be like that. I just don't know what to give the people in my life. So I guess next year I need to start badgering them for things that they want come June. Okay.
Gift receipt. Keep the gift receipt,
That's it.
I don't take offense. If someone takes it back, I'm like, hey, guys.
I gave you something to unwrap on Christmas Day. I'm out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully you and yours have had a festive season so far. Hopefully you are doing like Brandon did and not in the situation that I'm in, and you're not stressed. You're actually being able to enjoy this season. There is so much that we love to celebrate this time of year, all about giving and being with family and friends. Let's correlate things. You know how we like to create analogies and metaphors here on this program about our daily life and how it all goes. It always comes back to the financial conversation, Brandon, because some might argue that Social Security is a lifetime gift of sorts that keeps on giving year after year. Just like your kids or grandkids are super excited to unwrap that present on Christmas morning, retirees, they get real excited, looking forward to claiming those monthly Social Security benefits. However, deciding when to quote unquote unwrap your Social Security, when you start claiming it officially, that can make a big difference financially. So let's talk about this, Brandon. How can you help somebody figure out when is the best time to file in order to maximize this gift of Social Security over their lifetime?
Well, let me first clarify that this is not a gift.
Okay.
It's like Social Security, it's almost like, if I were
We've
to buy a
been
gift
paying
for
into
myself,
it our entire lives, first of all.
Yes.
So there is that. Yeah.
I mean, if I were to buy myself a gift and then open and be like, no, I paid for it.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't get this for free.
That's
I paid
fair.
into it for 40 plus years.
That's
So
fair.
I just knew everybody was screaming into their
As I was saying the
dashboard in their
words.
car. It is not a gift.
I've been paying
I've been paying into this thing my whole life. Don't call it that. So so it's not a gift.
I get it.
And it's not an entitlement either because somebody paid into it.
Right.
So I guess, it's just a benefit. Yes, it is a benefit that you are entitled to as long as you weren't a civil service employee, for the federal government or work for the railroad, right? Then everybody else has paid into Social Security. But it is a benefit that is super confusing, right? All these different rules to keep in mind, 2,728 rules, 678 ways to file. And you don't want to file the wrong way because after a year, there's no do-overs.
Right.
The Social Security office person, they are not licensed to give you financial advice, although I've heard plenty of stories where they went in and someone at the Social Security office gave terrible advice. So you don't really know, who to talk to. So that's why I do my show. Okay. So let me first give you my phone number, 843-890-2400. If you've been thinking like, gosh, that decision is coming up, please do pick up your phone. You can call or text my office. Just text the words Social Security if you want to send us a quick text, 843-890-2400. Tanya will reach back out to you and get a call scheduled there. But we provide a Social Security maximization report. Okay. And that is basically, taking a look at your benefit. Now, I must say that also Social Security should work along with all your other income. Okay. It's not just a standalone thing. You don't just, file Social Security and then not worry about everything else. Right. Because you can really build a beautiful plan and they can complement each other. Right? When you consider other monies that you might have or how Social Security could help you not touch your other money for a bit, right? So 843-890-2400. Call and ask or text Tanya for that Social Security report. But, what I think, when people think of this Social Security benefit, especially if you were to go read some articles, if you were to try to gain knowledge yourself, it seems like it's unfortunate, but all these articles out there, they're all trying to tell you to wait and defer this benefit. They talk about the 6.5% increase every year before your full retirement age, then the 8% per year increases. And so they just say, okay, to get the most, wait till 70, but that's not always the best strategy. I don't even think I've ever told someone to wait till 70.
Really?
Yeah, because I usually tell them to at least start it at their full retirement age, because there's no more earnings tests. You can make all you want and get Social Security. There might be a few situations. Well, there are some situations where I would tell, but I've never had to give that to any people, because a lot of people, when they start tasting that retirement, they're like, I'm out of here. If I can afford it, they don't want to keep working till 70. So a lot of those articles, they talk about the permanent reduction in your benefit and all this stuff, and trying to scare you like, oh, well, that sounds bad. I don't want to do that. But those articles, they're all assuming longevity for you, right? Mm-hmm. They're assuming you're going to live till 100. They're assuming that you want to work longer, that you want to work till maybe age 70. And then the last thing I feel like they're doing is they're assuming that you can support yourself with your other life savings, right? Because you don't need Social Security now. So obviously they must have money, and they can support themselves with other money, right? So I think those three things, I have a problem with all three of those things, okay?
Okay.
Because what I do at Bowen Wealth, when you come in here, you're going to learn really quickly that I'm like a hype man for you. I love to help give you.
Let's retire, everybody.
Yes, pop the champagne and the streamers, because I want you to be able to live life, right? Retirement is like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I get there. I love you, Heather, and I love working, and I love my clients and things, but retirement, it's going to be lit, right?
I should hope so. As a person who professionally plans other people's retirements, it's like a travel agent. It's like, I want that travel agent. I want to know if that person has the best vacations ever. Because there's a trickle down effect. I want to know that you, Brandon Bowen, are just, like you said, it's going to be lit.
Yeah. So I'm all about a lifestyle, right? I want to build your plan for a lifestyle in retirement, because you're looking good. You're feeling good right now. So if we can make this thing happen sooner, then let's build your income plan for that goal. Well, let me give you a few things to think about. So you listening, I bet you could tell me their name right now of somebody who kept working into their mid 60s, and then they pass away. Maybe a year into retirement, right? Yeah. They retired, and then within a year or two pass, or worse, maybe not even getting to age 62. Right. So they paid into Social Security their whole life and then didn't get a dime.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I know everyone could say that person's name, him or her. So that's the first thing you think of. But, what if starting Social Security sooner, right? Of course, we need to keep in mind some of the gotchas, some of the pitfalls. So when you come into the office, we will talk about that. Some of the things we've got to make sure we don't, trigger, and we got to make sure we avoid those mistakes. But what if we could start your benefit a little bit early, and you could use that Social Security benefit to maybe pay off any last remaining debt that you might have? Maybe you had you upgraded your car. You want to have a nice vehicle for retirement. You've got a little bit of a car payment left, or maybe house. Any of this last remaining consumer debt. A little bit extra income could help you knock that thing off. You could double up your payment, triple up your payment on that thing. Okay, so that's the first thing we could do maybe with the benefit. What if that extra income, what if we could get it and invest it, dollar cost average into the market and get a compounding, maybe 6% rate of return on that thing, and then, what if that allows you to, starting the Social Security benefit, what if it allows you to defer touching your own life savings in your own retirement accounts? Because that's the money that's going to pass on to your kids and grandkids.
That's right.
Not your Social Security benefit.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are so many positives to making sure you file correctly and start it sooner rather than later. Let me tell you, so I've got a client, he and his wife at the time, they became clients. This is probably about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And so, but for the last handful of years, she needed round the clock care. Okay. And he was great. He took care of her all the way to the end, loving her, serving. I mean, it was beautiful. It would make you cry hearing all that stuff. So it was amazing. She passed away, unfortunately. And then, but then when we had the review with him, he came in. So he came in for the review, and we were talking about, so now he's 60. Okay. He's 60 now.
Wow. So young.
And I was young. She was young. And so, we're working the plan. I was going through my retirement analyzer software here, and I was like, so she passed like 3 months ago. And I was like, have you gone and started your widower's benefit? And he goes, the what? I was like, the widower's, you're now 60. You can start that benefit, the widower's benefit. He's like, no, I was going to wait and start my benefit at 67. And I was like, yeah, we're going to wait and start yours at 67. But how about now, age 60, all the way till 67, would you like to have $1,500 a month coming in? He was like, well, yeah. He was like, I'm ready I'm now at I want to start doing some traveling. I haven't been able to do that. I want to travel some. I want to do some things. It's like, yeah, well, okay. If $1,500, that is the widower's benefit or widow's benefit, that you can do that. You can let your own benefit continue to grow and defer, and you can start at, at 67 like we'd planned on. So we're going to go from 1,500, then we're going to jump up to 3,000 for his benefit. He had never even heard this.
Right.
So, we talked about that. And at the end of that meeting, we finished up, talked about everything. We stood up, he shook my hands, and he turned around and drove straight to the Social Security office. I mean, that is just one example
of things you don't know about something that you are entitled to, AKA your Social Security benefits.
Yes, that's right. Yep. That's right. Widows, if you've been divorced, okay, maybe your ex was a high income earner. Well, even though you're divorced, you can pull, the divorce benefit. All right. So there's so many things that you might not know about. And so I want to just help talk through that. And as we have this first appointment and I talk through and I see the differences in your ages or, who's wanting to work longer, what's our best strategy? Like it'll start coming to the surface after just a few minutes of talking together. So pick up the phone. My number is 843-890-2400, 843-890-2400. I would love for you to call or text. If you text, you can text the words Social Security, and we'll know that you want this Social Security maximization report to see how it works with your income. All of that works together. If you've saved $500,000 or more and don't have this income plan factoring in Social Security, you deserve it. You need it right now. We do have 5 spots that we've opened up each week. We are filling up here, and I know it's going to be slammed in the first of the year. So I do encourage you to call now. Let's get you on the calendar. We can start talking about your income and how does Social Security work inside there. 843-890-2400.
Thanks for listening to Charleston's Retirement Coach Podcast with Brandon Bowen. To learn more, visit bowenwealth.com and join Brandon for his radio show, Charleston's Retirement Coach, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 94.3 WSC.
Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if J. Brandon Bowen is licensed in your state, please call 843-203-2030. J. Brandon Bowen is an investment advisor representative of Bowen Wealth, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. J. Brandon Bowen is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Bowen Wealth, LLC, insurance licensed in South Carolina. Market Guard is a registered investment advisor with the SEC and provides model portfolios only to Impact Partnership Wealth. Market Guard makes no implied warranties or representations and is not liable for any data presented.